Welcome back to Mythical Kitchen. Today we are recreating the private banquet menu from the very first Academy Awards, but first, I want to let you know that this portion of today's video is sponsored by CookUnity. Now listen, I love cooking more than pretty much anything, but the one thing I love more than cooking is not cooking, and that's why I'm excited about CookUnity. CookUnity is the first chef-to-you meal delivery service that connects a diverse and award-winning group of chefs to you via globally inspired meals delivered weekly right to your door. Meals are created daily in regional micro kitchens, not warehouse production facilities, so they can be delivered fresh and never frozen. And their chefs offer up a wide range of meals with over 7 different dietary preferences, including vegan, paleo, and gluten-free. Now today for lunch, I'm having the chilled buckwheat noodles with soy broth by Chef Esther Choi. Cold soba is literally my favorite noodle dish of all time. The noodles get extra springy when they're chilled down, and the sauce is just loaded with crazy amounts of umami. Also, I've watched Chef Esther Choi cook on TV, and I've always wanted to try her food, so this is an awesome way to do that. So go to cookunity.com/mythicalkitchen or click the link in the description and use our code MythicalKitchen50 to get 50% off your first order of CookUnity meals and try them out for yourself. Thanks again to CookUnity for sponsoring that portion of today's video. Today's historic meal is inspired by the first ever Oscars dinner on May 16th, 1929. The first Academy Awards presentation was held at the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel for 270 people. In fact, all the winners had been announced 3 months before the event, so it was more of an exclusive and congratulatory dinner party than the suspenseful award ceremony it eventually became. Today, we're recreating dishes from this historic night by bringing the best that Hollywood had to offer. We got canapes, we got consommes, and we're ending this dinner for the stars with desserts that never went out of style. Hey, what's going on in that back room over there? Don't worry about it, because that's the Oscars, baby.
Did you get a red carpet?
We do not have a red carpet. You think we have budget for a red carpet?
That's like the only thing I had in my rider.
Can we get Emily a red carpet?
You'll hear from my people.
It's time for Meals of History! What is going on with you? Stop. Hi, my name's, oh God, no, I don't like what she's doing.
Do you think they know who I am by doing that, or do they think I'm a mummy?
I think they think you're a mummy. I don't know who you are by doing that.
I'm Gloria Swanson.
What does that mean?
Listen, I feel like I just look like somebody's like choir teacher in a bad public school situation.
Yeah, you
like,
absolutely
she
do.
makes the kids do Putting on the Ritz every year, and they hate it.
Miss Swanson, you are nominated tonight, the first ever Academy Awards. Do you think you're gonna win?
Listen, I don't really care about awards.
Are you
It's not
sure?
about who wins, you know.
It's about just showing a sultry amount of shoulder to the producers in the room, I guess.
Yes. I thought I had this. Oh, goodness. I'm falling apart.
Listen, the whole thing was falling apart.
You guys, I spent a half an hour trying to get one eyelash, like fake eyelash on.
Are you ready to make some canapes? You don't have to help. I'm the help here. You are the star. We're here to celebrate your accomplishments. But first, canapes. We are taking all of these canapes.
They're making food of the times.
They're making the food of the times.
Why
Of
don't we
course
just call
they
the
are.
show that?
Food of the times.
Food of the times.
We are taking all these
Thank you,
canapes
thank you.
from a 1918 cookbook. This is the Boston School of Cooking cookbook.
I love Boston.
Boy, that's where Louis B. Mayer was from, founder of the Motion Picture Academy of Arts and Sciences. Anyone? So we're gonna make some Lobster Boulevardier canapes right here. This is very fancy. You got all of the starlets of Hollywood out there. You got all the producers. You got Key Grips and Best Boys, and Charlie Chaplin was out there with a little Hitler mustache.
You know, we thought about doing Charlie Chaplin, and that is exactly why we did not.
Yeah. This is sieved egg yolk, melted butter. We're adding heavy cream to this. A lot of butter and heavy cream for a lot of fancy people trying to celebrate awards. We're gonna add some German mustard. This is a very special ingredient. This is beef extract. This is beef extract. We're gonna add some hot water to the beef extract just to thin it out a little bit. And look at that, is that not incredibly fancy? Obviously today, Wolfgang Puck is the one who caters the Oscars, and they have just a crazy amount of regalia. They fly in all their best chefs from around the world. Ooh, just a little bit of beef extract, oh God. They fly in all their best chefs from all their best restaurants around the world.
Dear.
We're fine.
I
just mash it
realized
together.
something recently about Douglas Fairbanks. Oh, here we go.
How often are you thinking about Douglas Fairbanks?
Well, I had a birthday party last year at a graveyard, and it was the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Don't mind me while I adjust my little doodads in my wig that looks like it's been kicked down an alley.
This look good to you? You were alive back then. Does this look like it was right?
Yeah, this is so good.
Yellow.
I love the texture of things like that.
Do you think I should mash it more?
Ooh, I love that.
I think I should mash it more. This is so good.
Yes.
Listen, I unironically love foods like
What's
this
your
and textures like
motivation
this.
while you're doing that?
I don't know.
Tell me, what is your process?
My process is that I'm trying to make nice foods that people will enjoy, and I'm trying to really mash.
I love that.
That's great.
Authenticity. Yeah, I know the kids, they love that.
They really do. They really do.
do.
Was that your method for acting? Because I can't imagine what acting was like when it was like, you know, basically just invented on screen.
I think that her method was just working with Cecil B. DeMille.
Yeah, that adds
he was
up.
a good director.
That adds up.
What's up? Put butter on the bread.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I will indeed put butter on the bread. I'm sorry.
I'm getting rid of this.
I'm gonna mash butter into sardines because, again, we're rocking 1920s.
Nailed
We're hurtling into the Great Depression. Being able to just eat fish like this out of the can is gonna be a real valuable skill for a lot of people. So we're just gonna take that and look.
Didn't let me finish my thing about Douglas Fairbanks.
Talk about Douglas Fairbanks. Nobody's stopping you. I'm just gonna
I
mash
had
the butter.
a really great birthday party in a cemetery last year. I'm not doing the fish stuff.
Smell it, Gloria.
Ugh.
Would you be a team player, all right? If you want to make it in
Gloria.
Hollywood, you got to do things you don't want to do.
Oh, I love the
Not like
smell
that,
of
just
fish.
you know, in general.
All right, and so I didn't realize this at the time, but I had my birthday party at his grave. He has a cool one. It has like a pond. It's free to go in there.
What other graveyards do you spend a lot of time in?
Just that one, because it has cats.
Gloria, can you help me out real quick? It takes a village to run an award ceremony. Can you make the cheese canapes?
What's a village?
This
I only live in the city.
you put some grated cheese on top of
Now I
these
just
little
sound like
toast rounds.
Moira Rose.
This
now.
recipe from this 1918 cookbook is called Cheese Canapé #1 because the sequel was not as good. It's like the sequel to Like Mike 2 Street Ball. You seen that? It should have.
Those
won
were
the
all
Oscar.
words that I recognize as words,
You never saw Like
but all
Mike?
together, I'm like, I don't.
I have a short king personality in a tall boy body.
Short guy personality and a tall guy body.
Yes.
That must be
correct.
so hard for you.
It's very, listen, we all overcome our own adversity. All right, you know?
Yeah.
Like you had to deal with the younger actresses in the talkies, you know?
Listen, I don't hate other actresses. I love them. I just, don't think awards are important. Why am I British now?
Oh God,
Dude, I'm just gonna do Moira Rose. I think if she just has this accent, then it's consistent. She kind of sounds like a robot after a while. That wasn't good, that while one. That's a hard one to do.
I'm gonna shove these sardines in this olive.
Have you watched Schitt's Creek yet?
I've watched some of Schitt's Creek and I enjoy, oh, okay, wait, hold on, check this out. You like this? There it goes.
Ooh, actually I do like that a lot.
You wanna eat that?
No.
Okay. Just gonna shove some of this sardine paste on top of these here canapes. I'm gonna continue to fill the olives, and then we're gonna decorate it with egg whites. It's like a fun little finger painting party, you know? It's really gross
Yeah,
though.
this reminds me of the sleepover when you don't have any like good food, so you're like, I don't know, just put some cheese on bread and put it in the microwave. But they did it at the Oscars.
Does this look good to you? Here we
No,
have our
I
sardine
don't like
canapé,
it.
a sardine stuffed olive with sardine paste on rye bread with egg whites. We'll pretty these up a little bit.
I'm done with these.
Claire, can you put them in the oven? I'm trying my best. Okay, I have a new respect for wedding caterers, new respect for Wolfgang Puck. Pop these in the oven. We're gonna let these crisp up.
Weddings, I got a lot of those.
So this is a chocolate dream cake. This is coming from the 1920s. Pretty solid, like whipped, sort of meringue egg white cake.
Why do I
light
still have
chocolate.
these on?
We're gonna cream together some butter and sugar right now. We're gonna add the sugar and the butter to a stand mixer.
I think I was talking about how I'm never gonna get married. We mentioned that earlier.
Yeah. You don't think so?
No.
You don't want to, or
I don't
like
know.
the
I
circumstances?
just don't, here's the thing. I don't want to feel like if it never happens, it's some kind of a failure.
Yeah.
So if I say I'm not gonna do it first, then, people are like, oh, at least she was cool with it.
You're like the kid in elementary school who like lost at handball and then went, well, I didn't even try. And you're like, well, why not?
No,
And
I
you're
would
like,
cry
"Is that-
very, very hard. But I did buy an engagement ring for myself.
What? Tell me
To
about the engagement
myself.
ring.
I wear it on the other hand too, because I don't want the questions.
That makes sense. That makes
Are you
sense.
married? No. If you put it on this hand, nobody asks questions. I don't know. I'm making a commitment to myself, and when I make a bigger commitment to myself, I'll get a bigger ring.
That's like, is this like a promise ring? Like you're gonna be self-celibate?
This was my like sober January. You can do it. Like gift
And
to
did you?
myself. Yeah.
I'm very proud of you. That's huge.
There were like, I'd say 3-day slip up. There was 3 days.
When I asked, did you do it? I meant, were there
Listen,
no slip-ups?
Just because you fall don't mean you don't get up. Just because you fall don't mean that you don't get up.
All right, so we're adding the milk and some of the cream, butter, and egg yolks and sugar to this cake. The cake's gonna come together real nice, and I'm sure all of the kitchen staff back then was very well compensated and really enjoyed their time doing all this stuff.
I doubt it. I mean, oh yeah, did you say they had to pay $5 to go to the ceremony they were nominated?
If you were not, no, I think it was if you were not somebody who was directly nominated, if you were like a guest, you had to pay $5.
Well, that makes sense.
It's about, that's what I'm saying, you know, there's nothing wrong
I thought
with
we
that.
were kind of like talking about it like it was this travesty. Yeah, if you ain't nominated, what you even doing?
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna start scooping some of these egg whites in here. I'm gonna start mixing this up. Can you take that chocolate and start adding it to the cake batter?
I would love to.
You gotta be strong with it. Also, another reason the Oscars were created was to prevent unionization because Louis B. Mayer found out that people in Hollywood, like the actors and directors, were trying to unionize, not just like the set builders and whatnot. And so he was like, oh, cool, if I just distract them with shiny awards and create an exclusive club, then people aren't gonna wanna unionize. Can you add the chocolate into this cake?
Into what? This.
Add the chocolate to the cake, yeah.
This looks like it goes on top of the cake.
What were like the secret parties after the parties like? Because I'm sure there was some weird stuff going down, right?
If the movie Babylon is true, then there's spoiler alert, there's elephants pooping on people.
So in the second year, when people found out, they're like, oh, this is a thing that's going to stay and it's going to have some power in the film industry, Mary Pickford, actually your competitor, she
don't
famously
compete with women, I lift them up.
Yeah, everyone says that.
No, she really was, like, she wasn't like that.
Really?
Gloria Swanson, no.
I didn't know.
She was pretty chill. She did think that awards were BS.
Yeah, and they are. They literally are. They were started to be absolute BS unless we are nominated for a Streamy or a Webby.
Oh, those matter.
And then I'm gonna post a shirtless picture on Instagram with a link right to the voting.
I use that on as a personality trait. That I work for a show that won Show of the Year at the Streamies.
As well you should. Listen, we all just play the hands we're dealt.
It's the first thing when people go, where do you work? And they don't watch YouTube, which is a lot of people our age. And I'm like, oh, it's the show. We won a Streamy for Best Show of the Year. And they're like, what is anything you're saying?
You're like, who knows? All right, so we have...
I'm like, it's a big deal to me.
We have a chocolate cake batter made. We're gonna get this in a pan, we're gonna fry it in the oven, and then we're gonna decorate a cake.
Thanks.
Emily, we're frosting the last layer of this cake.
Everything changes. Like there's other stuff on the table and then it goes away and it comes back and it's like magic.
Life moves fast, you know what I mean?
Life comes at you fast.
Who says that in Ferris Bueller?
Ferris Bueller?
He says that?
Yes.
I thought the girl did. What's her name?
Jennifer
Sloane.
Grey?
No, not Jennifer. Jennifer Grey is his sister in that, right? Sloane.
Yeah.
Who plays Sloane? That movie won the Oscar.
She was beautiful. I don't remember her name. By the way, Annalise found an Office Max paperclip. So the scarf is back on.
Emily, you remember the last time we made a cake together?
Yeah, that was fun.
That was a
Cut
tough
to us
time.
up on here, kicking stuff.
We're trying to be more normal with this one.
And do it in slow motion like it's an Oscar montage. It was the most delicious cake I've ever had.
That was a really good cake.
And I think about it all the time.
Okay, so as far as I know how to ice a cake, you just gob on a bunch of frosting, and then you're gonna hold this like that, and you spin it around.
You're great at that.
And then it's gonna be a cake. And
So
then
is
you
that
raise
the
it up.
point of the cake stands is so you can do this and spin it?
Yeah.
Well, some of them are glass and they don't spin.
But that's what you like, you transfer the cake to that.
I've never understood that. Like, put it on a
Getting a lot
plate.
of frosting on the...
I'll help with that. I'll help with that.
Yeah, Gloria, lick the frosting around there.
Uh-huh.
That's your bonus. Gloria, you gotta earn your dinner tonight. You gotta earn the potential award. Can you finish
I already
frosting
know
this?
I didn't win the award.
So
They
you-
gave us the stuff 3 months ago.
Future awards, you gotta think like 3 years in advance.
I
That's
do
how
win
Oscars
one
campaigns
eventually.
go.
Eventually, I do win one.
Miramax, Shakespeare in
Oh.
Love, Oscar campaign, change the entire game. Smoked Saving Private Ryan. Take that, Tom Hanks. I'm
Oh,
kidding.
no.
We love you, Tom Hanks.
My favorite role of his was in Pinocchio.
Emily's better at frosting cakes than me, is what I found out.
Really?
That's pretty
Did I
good.
do? Ah,
Well, what I'm
sorry.
gonna do is I'm gonna use my finger to clean up the bottom. You spin it and then you use your finger and then you get to eat the frosting finger.
I feel like that was a fetish for somebody. And you did a good job.
It was me.
Yeah.
Let's make some soup. Lori, we gotta make an absolute show-stopping dish right here. Now this is the fanciest dish they served at all the Oscars.
I haven't done this yet.
This is called Consommé Celestine. It's very similar to a German dish, of course, called Fladelsuppe. What it is a classic clarified consommé. We're gonna make that right now by making a raft out of the egg white and the chicken and all the mirepoix. And then you have little rolled up crepes that are sort of sliced into pinwheels. It's very elegant for a star such as yourself
stop
and all
it.
of your star friends. Can I have an autograph?
Yes, I don't have a pin now.
somebody give
I
me
just
a-
have a
I just-
smaller
I don't
version of
know
whatever
who she is,
you've
Stan.
got.
This was a real actor back in the day. I don't.
You want to know what the difference
Never
between
heard.
this and this is? This guy will text you back.
Classic French cookery, something we do really often here at Mythical Kitchen. So we're taking mirepoix, we got ground chicken, we got egg whites. We're gonna whisk this together. The idea is you bring this to a boil with stock, and then the chicken and the egg white actually filters out all of the sort of particulates, and it'll clarify it by floating on top. Yeah, this is a really cool technique. And then you can just eat the chicken slop and egg white wrap for protein.
Raw?
No, it cooks, it boils in the soup. Are you listening?
No. Can you explain something to me?
Of course.
It's not related to this.
That's fine.
Steak tartare. How
Yeah.
people not die?
Steak tartare, so typically, you want the actual answer? So
Yes.
all the bacteria tends to live on the outside of a steak. It doesn't penetrate in. That's why when you eat ground meat, you're
I wish
grinding
that was what happened to me.
you're grinding the bacteria inside, so you don't want to eat raw ground hamburger meat. So you
Okay.
should always cook your burgers to at least medium well. So for steaks, a lot of places in Korea, they typically sear the outside of the steak to kill bacteria, slice it off, or you'll just slice off a little bit of that steak and there's no bacteria underneath.
Oh,
Real cooking tips on Mythical Kitchen.
that's good to know.
Back to Cecil B. DeMille. We're adding the egg white chicken and mirepoix raft to the broth, and then all those particulates are gonna get filtered out through the top.
Now I'm immediately going to be
Speaking of the
anxious.
Oscars, Parasite won.
Ah, yes. I love Parasite.
right,
I bet
so-
she would love Parasite. Actually, people compare Sunset Boulevard to Parasite.
That's true. Wait, Sunset Boulevard, when was that? That was her
It was
movie?
in the 50s, so I'm not a 20s version of her at this moment. I'm probably the same age as she was in the 50s.
Yeah,
I'm
makes
an
sense.
old mama.
Back then, the actor's career started like real early, right?
Yeah, well, I guess so. She was like an extra for a long time, but she kept like dating really powerful, wealthy men and also marrying them.
I feel like that was probably pretty
She
common,
was
huh?
married to a marquis.
A what? Like a French marquis?
Is
like
it
a royal?
marquise?
No, it's definitely marquis.
Does it sound good with are you a marquise? Oh, by the way, I did a FaceTime with somebody from Hinge because I do that now. Because sometimes people show up and they don't look the way they,
Yeah.
So this guy, he goes, immediately when the thing comes on, he goes, did I tell you I live in the woods?
What do you mean he lived in the woods? Is he like a bridge troll?
No, he like has a house in the middle of the woods and he was playing with a knife the whole time.
That's a
I
conscious
was
choice,
like-
right? That wasn't him just being like, oh, this is what I do. It's like, you know, what will really impress her? I play with this knife.
And then he was like, I used to live in a van. And I was like, I bet you did.
I'm
And,
gonna make a crepe really quickly. So we're adding a little bit of this batter here. We're just gonna rotate it
Ooh.
all the way
You
around.
should do it so people can see it.
I'm trying to just make a crepe and I already messed it up. Hold on, we gotta get a little
Sorry,
bit more
it's
batter
really
in there.
my
No, we're
fault.
fine. We're gonna cook this super low.
Nice.
We got the consomme. The raft has purified it. I'm gonna serve this up. We're gonna get it strained, cut up those crepes, put it in a bowl. But hey, Gloria,
What was that last sentence?
I heard that you had some incredible stories about Cecil B. DeMille.
My.
The Cecil B. DeMille. Tell me about that. That's
I
crazy.
can't believe you brought that up. Cecil B. DeMille. It was a favorite. It was my favorite director.
Why are you talking about that?
I'm gonna have to. I can't focus doing that voice.
Yeah, yeah, you
I
still
can't.
normally,
It's
you
like
know.
really amazing how bad my brain works at doing me and that. Anyway, so oh god, I'm gonna start over.
The raft definitely broke, and that's okay. You know
All
why?
right, you
Because
guys wanna
dinner's
hear
getting
about
served.
Cecil B. DeMille, I got
Talk about Cecil B.
baby.
DeMille, Emily. Get him.
So it was like her favorite director because unlike a lot of directors, he didn't do like line for line reads with the actors. And she said that a lot of actors just sounded like the director in their movies. And Cecil B. DeMille did not do that. He was like collaborative. But one of her first pictures, there was a stunt involving a bunch of lions in a pit. And she was gonna do it, like she was supposed to do it, and then Cecil B. DeMille decided that was too dangerous.
Switch sides with me, and then you keep talking about Cecil B. DeMille.
You know, but then she was like, no, I wanna do it. I wanna get in there with those lions. And then, so he took her down there and he just like held a gun.
What?
While she was
Cecil B.
doing
DeMille held a gun?
Yeah, he held a gun, and then there was a couple other handlers and stuff, and then she was just rolling around with some lions. And but it was pretty amazing. She was like, I felt his hot breath on my neck. That was in a video. I really saw it.
Let's talk more about Louis B. Mayer's anti-unionization efforts. So it all started when he wanted to build his own house on the Santa Monica shoreline. He hired MGM set designers. Now they were already unionized at the time by then, right? But then he heard rumblings from them that, hey, the other people are about to unionize. So that's when the Academy was created, to stop those efforts.
I mean, it's part of it, probably.
That's part of it.
So yeah, it's like instead of, you know, when you I worked in retail.
Look at how cool
Instead
this
of
is.
like giving us a raise, they'd just be like, we have pizza parties once a month. And then you'd be like,
Yeah,
ugh.
the Academy Awards were the original like pizza party
Yeah.
to quash the workers'
It is
revolution.
the original pizza party.
We're pouring the consomme into the crepe.
Brendan
Trying to-
Fraser is father.
Yes, Brendan Fraser is indeed father. Biggest snubs in Oscars history: George of the Jungle,
Oh, Annette Bening,
George of the Jungle 2.
everything. You know, Hillary Swank bought, like, she
got snubbed
She
for
took
the
her
next
down
Karate
twice?
Kid.
yeah, Annette Bening lost twice to the same woman. Isn't that
Swank?
crazy? Hillary Swank, yeah.
Yeah, but she's hot
I mean,
or not,
she
depending on how
was
you view it.
amazing in all of her stuff, but it was like American Beauty was so good.
We were talking about stuff. I made a soup. I made a
Well,
little soup
so
on the
are
cooking
we-
show that we did. We made a little soup.
Wait,
It's
so
called Consomme Celestine.
can I ask something?
Yeah, go ahead.
We're just leaving all the chunky stuff over there?
Yeah, the chunky stuff stays. You can
So
eat
you
that.
just took the liquid
The
from all
help
the chunky
eats the
stuff.
chunky stuff.
Oh, you're not talking about your own staff.
No, well, I'm
okay.
gonna help. Also, I eat all of the leftovers way more than anybody
Yeah,
else.
honestly,
Bacon.
this looks like
Nicole
something
rolled her eyes.
you could make into a little patty and fry it.
We can try that. But for now, are you ready to get to the rest of the dinner?
Oh, yes, but before we do that, I want to do a close-up.
Please, I'll leave.
I want to, Mr. DeMille, come over here. Which one am I looking at? This one? This one. Morgan, this one? What about you? Oh, it's this one. All right. Give me a close-up. Closer. 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 Get in my paw, Maggie. Oh, how close are you? Very close. How close? Tell me. Can we go closer? How about closer? Get closer! Oh! Wow.
Gloria, we have the whole feast in front of us. We have all of our delicious canapes. We have cheese canape number 1, not number 3, not number 2, number 1. We have our lobster boulevardier sandwiches. We have the lovely sardine mashed canapes. We have our consomme Celestine. We got the lettuce and tomato with the French dressing. We got the fish with the hollandaise and the fries. We got the roast chicken on toast. We got the nuts. We got the celery. We got the espresso.
I love when you describe things that I can see.
Okay, please dig into the canapes. Let's try the cheese.
And this is a table. You know that they actually didn't have champagne at the first Oscars because it was Prohibition.
People were surely drinking bathtub gin though. And
Well,
I'm into
yeah,
that.
I mean there were speakeasies and the mafia.
Also, you could have special dispensations if you're a pregnant woman to drink dark beer during Prohibition.
Boy, they just take everything from you. You know, when you're pregnant, you gotta drink dark beer.
Try the canape. Try a cheese canape. This is a bit of
Okay,
a simple
that's
dish.
these.
That's this one.
I did these.
You did these. Cheers.
Cheers.
To a fantastic night.
Uh-huh. There's parsley on this.
I took the parsley off of mine.
It's good for periods. Apparently.
And we support. We're one of those companies that has the tampoons in the bathroom.
I want to do these little fellas.
Eat the lobster one. This is the best thing in the world. Egg yolk
you dunked
lobster
it,
and
right?
Worcestershire. Yeah, I'll dunk.
Yeah.
There's no rules in Hollywood in 1929. No rules, no unions, you know. You're just out there. You got lions on set.
Yeah, they're just telling people the results in advance. Yeah, you're right. What is the point of the show? It only lasted 15 minutes, by the
Control,
way.
Gloria. They're trying to control you, don't you see?
I want to know what the after party was like, though.
Me too. A lot of weird back rooms.
Yeah, probably.
Stuff going on in there you don't want to know about. What do they do with the lions?
Well, the lions weren't at the Oscars. It was in a movie.
It was in the back room. The lion was in the bathroom.
There isn't a lion pit at the first Oscars. Cheers.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. This is the one that's going to be my least favorite. I just remembered because of the fish. Boy, I've never eaten so much minced fish stuff in my life until I started doing the show.
It tastes like a punishment. It tastes like somebody's mad at you. It tastes like not want to be here. So these are the entrees. It was very simple food. We had the roast chicken on the toast. We had the fish of the hollandaise. But try the consommé Celestine.
What?
The thing that we made.
The consommé. Oh, this thing.
Yes.
I'm glad you did actually name stuff that I should have remembered. But you didn't have to name like olives, celery.
I want to explain why it was there. These are the
Name all the nuts in that
These
bowl.
are the
There's
nashis.
hazelnuts.
These are the nashis.
Okay, so we
Okay.
eat the little.
Yeah, take the little crepe.
Is it more?
eat it
Is
with
that
the soup.
more parsley? No.
Totally leaf. That's good, right? Just comforting. As a
Oh, that's
clear
lovely.
Broth.
I think the one thing about online dating that is, or just social media in general, is that people can't have secret families as easily anymore.
Yeah, listen, I know people that have had secret families in like multiple different countries, and now they would just Facebook each other. You know?
Wow. Well, that seems a lot more doable, the different countries one.
You want some chicken?
Yeah.
I just want some chicken. This seems great.
Ooh.
I would love to go to an Oscars party and just be eating a nice roast chicken.
Yeah, I want to go to the Independent
Dipping
Spirit
everything in
Awards.
the soup. Do you do this normally?
I dip everything in soup.
It's
dude.
weird. You ready to eat dessert, Gloria?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Before all the tranquilizers you took kick in.
I don't think she did stuff like that. She was very health conscious.
Really?
Yeah, she was like.
Their health conscious stuff back then was also just drugs.
I think it was just organic foods. That's like was her thing. Probably she pioneered drinking more water or something. I don't know. Yeah, I think she had, she was a producer as well. She had her own production company.
Like she was really the Renaissance woman that really paved the way.
Who's the beautiful actress who I can't believe I don't remember her name right now.
Jessica Chastain.
Love her.
I get her mixed up with Bryce Dallas Howard.
How could you get those mixed up?
Wait, Bryce Dallas Howard? That's what I'm thinking of? Who did Molly's Game?
That's Jessica Chastain.
Okay, who did Jurassic Park Kingdom?
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Who was in Westworld?
Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, that's who it is.
There
Okay,
it
we're
is.
mixing them up. All right, eat the cake, eat the cake.
Oh, Evan Rachel Wood.
Evan Rachel Wood.
I like this
There
game.
It is.
Ask another thing. Anyone.
Who played Shaggy in the original
Matthew
Scooby-Doo?
Lillard.
Okay, great role.
I love Matthew Lillard. Matthew Lillard is a very attractive man.
At least 3 internet commentators have said that I look like Matthew Lillard, and I don't see it.
Yeah, I definitely don't see it.
Yep, thanks for that. I figured that wasn't
I'm kidding,
fishing
I'm
for
kidding.
a compliment. But
No, I think you do look.
you can just leave it at that. I think you do look, and that's fine. I just want to be perceived in that way. It's the first Oscars, and I'm so sorry. You know that you didn't win, but
It's all right. Like I said already, awards don't mean anything to
well,
me.
screw that, because we got you a very special award of our own. Everybody give it up. We have a Streamy. So almost 100 years in the future, there's gonna be like a much more significant award called the Streamies than the Oscars.
What if I broke this?
And Nicole's gonna get real drunk at it and not remember what happened.
I like that it has breasts.
Yep.
Do a
Very
close-up.
buxom award. Gloria, thank you so much. It's a very special night for
This
me,
one?
for you, for the entire audience here at the Roosevelt Hotel. And
Wait.
she's locked back up in close-up mode.
Can I ask to do a little speech?
Please give the acceptance speech.
I would like to thank everyone in this crew for letting me be a friggin' idiot every time I'm on this show. Can you just like start playing music as I keep talking?
Play her off.
And then it
Play her off,
ends.
fellas.
Isn't there something else you have to say? Like, I don't know, sell some merch or something, hawk something.
You sell them some
Get the
potassium.
aprons.
Sell them some potassium soup.
Get them, you put them over your head, and then you tie them around your back.
We paid her 30 cents and a pack of cigarettes for that advertisement.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and thank you all for stopping by Mythical Kitchen. Go tell a friend, tell them to watch previous Meal Day History episodes. And for now, we're gonna go check out what's going on in those back rooms. I heard there's a lion.
Morgan is telling me to look somewhere, but there's no camera there. This one?
The cameras have the giant hand crank. There's none of those here. She doesn't recognize them.
God,
very
you have
confusing
so
for
many.
her.
Do you just keep adding cameras to mess with me every time we do this? This one. That's what we're going. All right, end episode.
Let your imagination lead the way with the new Always Creative notebooks, available at mythical.com.